So welcome you all for Tungal online classes. We are discussing the chapter mechanical properties of fluids. In that mechanical properties of fluids, our topic is surface tension. In yesterday class, so we have started the level 2 questions. So today we will continue the remaining questions. Okay. So last question number is 19. Now after this we will discuss question number 21. So what is this question is, capillary tube of radius 0.2 mm dipped in vertically, beaker contains water, a surface tension given it as 7 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Newton by meter. So what is the rise of water in the tube? So what they asking us to calculate is, what is the capillary rise? What they given, one container was the beaker. In this container they dipped one capillary tube. So that capillary tube radius given. So what happened to the water level will increases. What is the rise value they asking us to calculate? Yesterday we written the formula. First let us write the data R value. So R value given it as 0.2 mm. All units are given in so meters. Here it is mm, 7 centimeters like that given na. So R value 0.2 mm millimeter. So can I write R value 2 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meters. Capillary tube is a long tube whose length is very larger compared with the radius. So radius is very smaller. Then surface tension of water given, T value 7 into 10 to the power of minus 2 newtons. So what is the density of water in SI system? 1000 kilogram by meter cube. So G value 10 meter per second square. Asking us to calculate what is the rise of water, H value. So what is the formula for H? H is equal to 2 into T into cos theta divided by R into D into G. Whenever they not given theta, we will take theta 0. Obviously we know for pure water and glass angle of contact is, so theta value 0. Then H value is equal to 2 into T value, so that is 7 into 10 to the power of how much? Minus 2 divided by cos 0 value. I will take cos 0 value 1. R value is 2 into 10 power minus 4 into D value 10 power 3 into G value 10. So 2 cancel. 10 power minus 4, 10 power plus 4. So this is also cancel. Then what is left is 7 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. Okay, which can be also written as H value will be equal to, so 7 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters means this is, so 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, that is 7 centimeters. What is this 7 centimeters? Rise of the liquid in a capillary tube. In a capillary tube, the liquid will be raised by how much height? 7 centimeters. Okay, so this is question number 21. Next question. So question number 23. So what is this question is, two similar capillary tubes of sufficient length. So two similar capillary tubes they given. Okay na? Two similar capillary tubes of sufficient length long, placed in water. One is placed vertically and other is placed 60 degrees with the vertical. They asking us to calculate length of the liquid raised in two tubes is in the ratio. Two similar capillary tubes are there. Question number 23rd. So two similar capillary tubes. First tube is dipped vertically. And second tube, how it is dipped? Second tube is dipped such that both are similar only. It is inclined at an angle, this is vertical. If this is vertical, so it is inclined at an angle theta with a vertical. So when it is inclined at an angle theta with a vertical, now in this case the rise of the liquid level in a capillary tube, let me call it as H. So here also what is the vertical height value? H. The length of the liquid column, here it is L. This point we discussed. So here it is, the capillary tube was kept like this. It is inclined at an angle theta with a vertical. This is a vertical and that is a capillary tube. So what is the height of the liquid raised? H. Here also H, here also H. What is the length of the liquid column? Is L. If I call this is otherwise I will call this as alpha. Both are same, identical. Radius, so everything is same. Alpha value given it as 60 degrees. H is the rise of the liquid when it is kept vertically, and L is the length of the liquid column. So when it is inclined at an angle alpha, then what is the formula for cos alpha? Cos alpha is equal to H divided by L. Correct? Cos alpha is equal to H divided by L. So H by L is equal to cos 60 degrees. Cos 60 degrees value, so that is equal to sin 30 degrees. So that is of 1 by 2. So what is H is to L will be equal to 1 is to 2. What is H and what is L? H is the rise of the liquid when it is placed vertically, and L is the length of the liquid column when capillary tube is inclined at an angle alpha with vertical. Clear? So that ratio will be given by H by L value is equal to 1 is to 2. So next question. Question number 25. What is this is? A tube of 0.8 mm radius dipped into a liquid with a surface tension and density 6 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Newton meter, 9000 kilogram by meter cube respectively. If the tube is kept vertically, what is the height of the liquid rise? Same again, one more similar model. So what they given is, till now we consider only water, but here it is not water. What is the tube radius? 0.8 mm. So can I write it as 8 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meters? Okay, na? So what is the surface tension? T value 6 into 10 to the power of minus 2 newtons. Then what is the density given? Density here we call it D is 900 kilogram by meter cube. Okay, na? They are G value given it as 10 meter per second square. Asking us to calculate what is H1. So directly can I write the H formula? H is equal to, but theta not given. Directly I will write 2t divided by R into D into G. Whenever the theta not given, we will take cos theta value is equal to 1. Then H value is equal to 2 into T value how much? 6 into 10 to the power of minus 2 by R value 8 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into 900 into G value 10. So H value is equal to, this is 12 into 10 to the power of minus 2 by, so 8 9s are 72 into 10 to the power of minus 1, right? 10 power 3 here and 10 power this is of minus 4. So I will get this much. 72 1s are 72 6 are. H value 1 by 6. 1 by 6 value, so that is 0.17. 0.17 into 10 to the power of minus 2 and plus 1, 10 to the power of minus 1. H value given by 0.017 meters. So what is this H? H is the rise of the liquid column. Liquid column rised in a capillary tube. So okay. Next question. So that is question number 27. Important question. In this here we are getting similar models because we have only one formula. What is that is? So expression for either capillary rise or expression for which one? Surface tension. Surface tension topic is very easy for objective point of view. Very less number of concepts are there. So when you can remember only expression for rise of the liquid column or what is the surface tension expression, so numericals can be solved easily. The next question is question number 27. So what they given the question is, water is rises to a height of 10 centimeters in a capillary tube. So and mercury fall to 3.42 centimeters in the same capillary tube. If the density of the mercury is 13.6 gram by centimeter cube and angle of contact is there. Here the first time they conducted with water and second time they conducted with mercury. For water angle of contact value theta is equal to 0. Whereas for mercury angle of contact is given it as 135 degrees. For water rise given it as H value, so 10 centimeters. Whereas for mercury rise is given it as 3.42 centimeters. But remember, water rise, mercury fall, depression. So then, so H value given 3.4. So density of water is how much in SI system? 1 gram by centimeter cube. Whereas the density of mercury given it as, so 13.6 gram by centimeter cube, Cc. Centimeter cube, I will write it as Cc. What they asking us to calculate? Ratio of surface tension. Here ratio, so if I call T1, surface tension of water is T1 and surface tension of mercury. Here T is equal to, I will call it as T1. Here I will call T is equal to T2. In question they asking us to calculate what is the ratio of T1 by T2. What is the formula for surface tension given by? So H into R into D into G divided by, so 2 into cos theta. Correct or 2 into cos theta. What they asking us to calculate? They asking us to calculate what is the ratio of their surface tensions. So T is equal to H into R into D into G by 2 into cos theta. Here T directly proportional to, since same capillary tube, R value same, G value same. Okay na? Then what I will get? T directly proportional to H into D by cos theta. Correct? So what I will get the answer for T1 by T2? T1 by T2, T1 for water surface tension, T2 for, so surface tension of mercury. Can I call these values are H1, T1, theta 1, theta 2, H2, D2. Then what is T1 by T2 will be given by H1 by H2 into cos theta 2 by cos theta 1 into densities ratio. So that is D1 by D2. Correct? Then substitute the values. So T1 by T2. T1, T2 are the surface tensions of water and mercury. So H1 value how much? 10 by H2 value 3.42. Cos theta 1 value, theta 2 value cos 135 degrees by cos theta 1 value cos 0 degrees. Okay na? Density of water given it as 1 by 13.6. So simplify this, you will get the answer. Tell me, see. So T1 by T2 will be equal to how much? Here is 10 divided by 3.42 into cos 135 can be written as cos 90 plus 45. Cos 90 plus theta minus sin theta. Minus sign is indicating their depression into cos 0 degrees into 1 by 13.6. So tell me what I will get. 10 divided by 3.42. This is sin 35, sin 45, 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 value 0.707. Cos 0 value 1 into 1 by, so 13.6. So what I will get here is, which is equal to, so here decimal how much is there? Can I multiply with the 10? So that is 7.07 divided by 3.42 into 1 by 13.6. So decimals cancel. 342 707 approximately will go for 2 times. 2 ones are to 13.6 means I will get 1 by 6.5 approximately. So value will be given by 1 by 6.5. So what is the ratio of surface tensions are given by T1 by T2 is equal to 1 by 6.5 approximately. So that is T1 is to T2 is equal to 1 is to 65. 6.5, not 65. So 6.5. Now you tell me. So T1 by T2 is equal to 1 by 6.5. T1 is equal to T2 divided by 6.5. Which is surface tension more? For water or mercury? For water, surface tension is less compared with mercury. The surface tension of water is surface tension of mercury divided by 6.5 as per given data. Understood? So surface tension is a molecular phenomena. When you take the mercury, so molecules are very close to each other. So molecule mercury will have surface tension more compared with water. So compare with the water. Question understood? So this is, but formula is same only. So I told to you only one formula. All the questions are based on that single formula only. Okay. So this is question number 27. Understood na question? So okay. Next Question number 31. 29 also again same model. Question number 31. So what is this question number 31? So these are the question based on the excess pressure. The pressure inside the two soap bubbles is 1.01 and 1.02 atmosphere respectively. What is the ratio of their volumes? Atmosphere pressure given. So question number 31, what is there is pressure inside the two soap bubbles are there. One is one soap bubble, this is another soap bubble. So for the first soap bubble, atmosphere pressure is PA, pressure inside can I call P1. So here atmosphere pressure is P2, atmosphere pressure is PA, inside is P2. So they are asking us to calculate what is the ratio of their volumes. We know that. So excess pressure inside the soap bubble. So will be equal to P is equal to, what is the formula? 4 into T by R, where R is the radius. Pressure inversely proportional to R, and pressure is inversely proportional to V power 1 by 2, V power 1 by 3. Since volume formula 4 by 3 pi R cube, volume is 4 by 3 pi into R cube. Volume is directly proportional to R cube. So V power 1 by 3 proportional to which one? R. In place of R, I written V power 1 by 3. But this is excess pressure. So they given pressure, this is not excess pressure. So what can I able to write is, so what is the excess pressure inside the first one? P1 minus PA divided by, so P2 minus PA is equal to, so that is inversely proportional na? Volume of the second drop divided by which one now? So V2 inversely proportional to V2 by V1 whole power 1 by 3. Correct? So then what I will get? P1 minus PA value. P1 value 1.01. Atmosphere pressure is 1. So that is, here also they given atmosphere pressure. So what is P1 value? P1 is 1 atm. Atmosphere pressure. 1 atm value 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. This is 1 not a 1.01. Here also the what is the value? 1.01. Similarly P2 value 1.02 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. Okay na? So what can I write? 1.01 minus 1 into 10 power 5. I taken common by, so 1.02 minus 1 into 10 power 5 is equal to V2 by V1 whole power 1 by 3. 10 power 5 cancel. So what is left? This is 0.1 divided by 0.2 is equal to V2 by V1 whole power 1 by 3. Decimal cancel. But I want V1 by V2. V1 by V2 will become 2 by 1 whole cube. This 1 by 3 will come this side, cubing on both sides. Then what I will get? V1 by V2 is equal to, so 8 by 1. V1 is to V2 will be equal to 8 is to 1. Correct? So volume ratio is how much? 8 is to 1. So actually pressure is more in which one? Second one. Pressure is less in which one? Second one. So first one. V1 by V2, pressure inversely proportional to volume. So where pressure is more, their volume is less. Where pressure is less, their volume is more. So this is the formula I have discussed. Excess pressure inside a liquid drop, soap bubble. If the question given for liquid drop, the formula will be 2T into T divided by R. Okay na? So this is question number 31. Next, question number 33. So what is this question number 33? The spherical soap bubble of radius 1 centimeter formed inside another of radius 3 centimeters. The radius of the single soap bubble, which maintains the same pressure difference as inside the smaller and outside the larger bubble, is. We discussed this in concept. One smaller bubble was there, spherical soap bubble, inside the another larger bubble. So inner one radius is small r, r1 if I call r1, outer one radius if I call r2. They given r1 value, so 1 centimeter, r2 value is 3 centimeters, right? Now the pressure inside the inner bubble, can I call it as P1? The pressure outside the bigger bubble, can I call it as P3? They asking us to calculate what is the excess pressure inside another soap bubble whose pressure value, so whose soap bubble which maintain the same pressure difference. So pressure difference here P1 and here P3. We have written this formula directly. So what can I able to write is, here we will get P1 minus P3. Actually if I call this is P1, this is P2. And so what is the formula for P1 minus P2? P1 minus P2 is equal to 4 into T by R1. Though we derived, once again I am showing. P2 minus, so whereas for a larger bubble, so what I will get, P2 minus P3 is equal to 4 into T by R2. Add these two, equation 1 and equation 2. So adding of equation 1 and 2, so what I will get, which is equal to P1 minus P3 will be equal to 4 into T into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this P1 and P3 is the pressure difference across another soap bubble. Whenever the excess pressure given means, what is the formula? 4 into T by R, where capital R is the radius of this another soap bubble, will be equal to 4 into T into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Then 4T 4T cancel, 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So what is the value of R is equal to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Those who followed the concept class, after seeing the question immediately will recall, okay, this is the formula. Why I derived once again means, so few members concept class they skipping. So okay, so then for their purpose I derived this. Now what I will get, R is equal to R1 into R2, R1 value 1 into 3 by R1 plus R2, 1 plus 3, which is equal to 3 by 4 centimeters. Question understood? So what is R? R is the radius of another soap bubble whose pressure difference, whose excess pressure exactly equal to the pressure difference between the inner side of the smaller bubble and outer side of the bigger bubble. So this is a question number 33. Okay, and that's it for so level 2 questions. Level 2 questions of this surface tension completed. Now so we'll start the level 3 questions. Today we'll discuss few questions and tomorrow we'll complete the remaining questions of level 3. Okay na? So let us start level 3 questions. Level 3 first question, very important one. But remember, this mechanical properties of fluids is very important for any competitive exam. So what I have observed is, if any topic is bit complicated, many are trying to skip out, trying to skip. Actually what happen means, some chapters are there like system of particles and rotational motion and mechanical properties of fluids. So very important chapters, but the chapters are bit complicated. Though chapters are complicated means you should not skip it. Simple topics everyone will solve. What are the simple questions are there? So everyone will attempt in any competitive exams also. But complicated questions who will attempt, they only will get a very good score. So okay na? So let us see the question number, first question. A wire of length that is 1 meter. Wire of length 1 meter made up of material of specific gravity. So 8 floating horizontally on the surface of the water. If it is not wetted by the water, the maximum diameter of the wire up to which it can continue to float is. So question number 1, what they given is, so surface of water, one container is there, it is filled with water. On the surface one wire is there. So what is the wire length? L value 1 meter. Specific gravity. What is the meaning of specific gravity? That is density of the material by density of the water. It is also called as relative density, is 8. So what is the density of the material will become 8 into density of water. Water density how much ra? 1000. So 8 into 1000 kilogram by meter cube. Here in this notation we call the density can also represent with D. Okay, you can also write with the D also or rho m. So density given. I calculated density. Now what happened to this wire? It is not wetted. It is just floating. When it is possible to float means whenever force due to surface tension is balanced by the weight. What should happen? Surface tension force is balanced by the weight. Whereas in mechanical properties of fluids only, in laws of flotation there we studied. So in that, so whenever the buoyant force is balanced by the weight, the body will float. But here what is the force is? Force due to surface tension. Then immediately you may ask, sir, you told the surface tension force will be acting vertically downwards. But here you taken vertically upwards. Above this rod also molecules will be there. Air molecules are there. That air molecules will attract the molecules on the surface. So that force is given by force due to surface tension. Then for floating, what is the condition given by? For floating the condition is, so force due to surface tension balanced by the weight. What is force due to surface tension acting on the wire? That is T into 2L. Weight formula mg. So T into 2L will be equal to, mass can be written as density into volume into G. So density into volume can be written as, this is density of the material. So what about for volume is given by area into length into G will be equal to T into 2L. L value cancel. So 2 into T will be equal to rho into M. Area, so that is given by pi r square into G. Can I write? It having circular cross section. A wire having a circular cross section. Area formula pi r square. So 2 into T will be equal to rho into M into pi. R can be written as D by 2. Diameter can I write D by 2 whole square, that is D square by 4 into G. Correct? Because we want to calculate diameter. So what is the diameter of the wire? R is equal to D by 2. So D by 2 whole square, D square by, then what I will get? D square. D square value is equal to 8 into T by, so rho pi into rho m into G. So D value is equal to root over 8 into, what is the surface tension value they given? Surface tension of water. It is a constant value. So that is 70 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Can I write 7 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Newton by meter? Then what I will get? So 8 into T value, 7 into 10 to the power of minus 2 by pi into, so what about rho m value? 8000. 8 into 10 to the power of 3 into G value 10. So simplify this, you will get the answer for D. So D value given by root over. Anyhow 8 value cancel. Then what I will get? 7 into, how much I will get? 10 to the power of minus 2 divided by pi value 3.14 into 10 to the power of plus 4. So D value will be equal to 3.14, approximately will go for 2 times. It is more than 2. So approximately if I take it as 2, then root 2 value 1.414 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So they asking us to calculate what is the surface tension in millimeters only, na? 10 to the power of minus 3. Approximately D value, that is a 1.5 mm millimeter. Question understood? Here to float, other than the surface tension, there are no other forces are there. Here we are not considering the buoyant force. Here we are considering only force due to surface tension. That's why whenever for the body to float, force due to surface tension balanced by weight, then only will get. Understood? So this is question number first one in level 3. Next, question number 3. So third question, what is this? A soap film is formed in a circular frame. Question number 3, one circular frame is there. The circular frame of radius value let me call R. In this circular frame of radius value R, one soap film is formed. So okay, in a circular frame loop of thread lying on the film, soap film is there, one thread is there in the form of circle, one soap film is formed. If the film inside the loop is broken, if that film is broken, why it will broke? Because of the excess pressure it is broken. When it is broken, what happens? The film will exert a force on where? On this outside wire. So what they are asking us to calculate? What is the tension in that thread? So tension value they are asking us to calculate because of the force applied. So what is the formula? Force due to surface tension. Surface tension formula T is equal to F by L. Then F value will be given by T into L. But here remember, T is not the tension, T is the surface tension. So T, F value is equal to T into L. This force is acting along the radius. So what is the radius value? R. So F value will be equal to T into R. This is the value of tension in the string. The tension in the string is given by T into R. Tension nothing but force only, na? Who is exerting force? That soap bubble is exerting force on that thread. How much force is it exert? Force due to surface tension T into L. So that F value is equal to T into L. But here what I call force is acting along so that force is exerted along the radius. So what is the length of the imaginary line? R. So T into R. That force will be numerically equal to tension. Tension value is equal to T into R. Understood? So this is question number third one. So question number 5th one. This is the last question for this class. So what is this question is, a film of water is formed between the two straight parallel wires, each 10 centimeters long and separated by 5 mm. To increase the distance between them to 6 mm, the work done is 144 into 10 to the power of -7 joules. What is the surface tension of water? Important question now this one. Two parallel wires are there. Between these two parallel wires, what is formed is one. So what they formed? One water, a film of water is formed. So what is the length of this each plate or each wire? That is of 10 centimeters. What is the initial separation between the two plates is 5 mm. So we discuss this. Whenever, so between the two glass plates, whenever a liquid drop is squeezed in the form of one layer, one film. So in order to separate them, we need to do some work. The thickness of that film value will be equal to, so W work done, W will be equal to F into D, where D is the thickness, will be equal to, so W value can be written as, what is the formula for surface tension? Surface tension work done by increase in the area, delta I. Can I write down? So increase in the area will be given by T into 2A. Why I written 2A? So that liquid film will have two faces are there. So this end, this end. So whenever you are moving that two wires apart by from 5 mm to 6 mm, you need to do some work. The work done formula given by T into 2A. You know surface tension formula. Surface tension is work done for increasing the area. So W value will be equal to how much here? W is equal to F into D will be equal to T into 2E. So W they given. What is the work done? 144 into 10 power minus 7 joules. So area of cross section, how can I calculate area? So area value is equal to length into breadth. What is the length value? 10 centimeters. So 10 into 10 power minus 2 meters into breadth value. What is the initial length value? So 5 mm. Final breadth value 6 mm. Increase in the area will be given by 1 mm. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So I will write the Kenareta here. What is the increase in the area? Increase in the area will be given by, so L into length into B2 minus B1. Final breadth minus initial breadth. So 10 into 10 power minus 2. Length given 10 centimeters. B2 value 6 minus 5 mm into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. So what will get which is 10 into 10 power minus 2 into 1 into 10 power minus 3. Can I write? So that is the value of area. Now what I want to calculate? W value is equal to T into 2A. They are asking us to calculate what is T value. T value is equal to W divided by 2 into A. That is change in area. So W divided by W value how much? 144 into 10 power minus 7 by 2 into area value. So 10 into 10 power minus 2 into 1 into 10 power minus 3. So 2 ones are 272s are. How much I will get? 72 into 10 power minus 7 divided by denominator. So how much it is? 10 power minus 2 minus 3 minus 5 and plus 1. So that is 10 power minus 4. Which I will get? 72 into 10 power minus 4 will come to numerator, 10 power plus 4, that is 10 power, so 10 power minus 3. What is 10 power minus 3 means? I will get 0.072. 0.072 Newton by meter. Question understood? Initially one film of water is there between the two wires. That wire length they given. So in order to increase that thickness of the film from 5 mm to 6 mm, so surface tension will oppose us to increase the surface area. We need to do some work. That work done formula, so surface tension into change in area. Why we need to write 2? Because two faces are there, 2 into A. So okay na? So that is there, 2 into A value. Then, so they given the value of W and given the value of A, asking us to calculate the value of T. Then we calculated the value of T. Okay na? So this is question number 5th one. And remaining some questions are there of level 2. So that questions we'll discuss in tomorrow class. Okay? So thank you.